last arc of Dragon Ball Super, we were given a great show of the power of destruction and what it can do, and this was just by Toppo. Just what and who are gods of destruction? Now, in the Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods movie, we were introduced to the first character in the series up until that point with that title. The gods of destruction, or Hakaishin, are a group of deities who primarily regulate the destruction of planets, races, or threats that put the development of their respective universe at risk. So basically, they're like the exact opposite of the Supreme Kais, the gods of creation who create and fill planets with life and virtue. Toriyama, in an interview about the Battle of the Gods movie, stated that his initial perception about a god of destruction was about what you could imagine it to be, a dark and sinister character. So what he did then was take the stereotypical idea of a destroyer god and kind of reversed it, only leaving their fearsomeness and strength to remain. And just to throw this in here because I really like Whis, Toriyama also stated in the same interview that if Beerus was around a 10 in strength and God Goku would be roughly a 6, however, Whis would probably be around a 15 compared to those two. So the Hakaishins and the Supreme Kais oversee the 12 universes, with each having its own destroyer. So originally there were 18 universes and 18 gods for destruction until Xeno destroyed 6 of them, which left the 12 universes that are all featured in Dragon Ball Super. Every millennium, the gods of destruction and Kais meet and travel to each other's realms for coordination meetings. Gods of destruction are by nature immensely stronger than Kais and seem to have no care or obligation whatsoever to take commands from Kais. So basically they do what they want because the Kais are too weak to have any say in what they do. But even though gods of destruction are seemingly all-powerful, they still have laws and rules that they have to follow as well. Like, for example, time travel especially is strictly prohibited by pretty much everyone, and the gods of destruction are also prohibited to allow others to time travel either. So the Supreme Kais and the gods of destruction are linked in ways that's kind of hard to explain, but basically if all the Supreme Kais of that universe would have died, then the god of destruction would too, as this is a way to kind of offset the balance and the shift of power in the universe. Eventually there will come a time where either 1, the god of destruction dies, or 2, a new one just needs to be appointed. So in the case that a god dies, then the angel pretty much shuts down until a new one is appointed. From what we've seen in the anime and the manga, the only known god of destruction candidate is Toppo, if we don't include Jiren, Goku, and Vegeta, who all turned it down. So once you're chosen and accept the job of Hakaishin, you then must receive training from an angel to then be able to take on and control the power of destruction, as well as how to control God Ki. Now that all that history is out of the way, let's get to the part that you guys really want to hear about: their powers. So obviously we know that these guys are strong, and I mean really strong, and I mean like really strong. Their job titles literally say God of Destruction. But what exactly can they do? Well, despite each destroyer holding about the same weight and authority as all the others, combat ability and strength can vary. So before I get ahead of myself, let's go back and explain the power of destruction. Now, with the power of destruction, the user is able to erase anyone or anything from existence, and in the Battle of the Gods movie, we saw Beerus literally turn an egg into dust. This power allows the god of destruction to completely obliterate a being or object without the need to fight, such as an entire planet or a corrupted Kai, as shown famously with Zamasu. All gods of destruction possess this power, and it can even take on the form of visible energy known as energy of destruction, and this can be used both offensively and defensively. This is pretty much what happened with Toppo, as he showed his energy of destruction against Vegeta in the Tournament of Power. Now, even though all gods of destruction possess this power, you don't necessarily have to be one in order to use it, as we saw from both Goku and Frieza, who was able to convert the energy back into a spear form and even use it against Goku. Now, this goes hand in hand with God of Destruction mode, which you guys are probably really familiar with after seeing Toppo in the Tournament of Power. The God of Destruction mode is a state attainable by one who has received training to become a God of Destruction and have gained the ability to use the powers of one. All gods of destruction are able to access this form in full. However, the catch is that in order to obtain this state, the user has to make the conscious decision to submit their beliefs and become a god of destruction. As we saw with Toppo, who basically gave up on what justice even was. This form basically allows a god of destruction to use their power to the fullest extent. Well, that's about as long as I want to make this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys would like to see next down in the comment section below. I have a whole list written up, so I'm sure it'll be something off of my list anyway. But guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.